Hello, chess fans! Today I'm going to show you my round 3 game at a recent tournament I played, and I managed to win using the Mengarini. So I was against around a 1580 rated opponent, and my rating, for example, is 2090. So I knew that I highly outrated my opponent. So I was willing to go for my tricky opening repertoire, which I use in Blitz and online, because I thought that, okay, even if he gets an equal position, it doesn't matter. I'll probably still win. So after e4, e5, I went for my signature move, which you can check in the information, and I'll show you the repertoire. I went for a3. So this should show you guys all. You can play this even over the board and in classical, and it's still a good option. So here my opponent started laughing, which I was kind of happy he was laughing because he thought I was joking when this is actually my serious repertoire. So he played knight f6, knight c3, knight c6, knight f3. So we get the four knights variation, which is definitely very playable. And here, I knew it. He fell for my trap. So he told me he played a6 because he wanted to go bishop c5, bishop a7, and yada yada yada. And then here I was like, let's go! We got him exactly in the trap. a6 is a bad move because I don't really want to play here. But after d4 takes, the main line of the four knights is bishop b4. For example, if we played knight c3, knight c6, knight f3, knight c6, and now here played d4, the main line would be bishop b4. And this is known to be completely equalizing for black. I think white has absolutely nothing here. But after the same thing, here, it's no longer good at all because you don't have this crazy move bishop b4. So here my opponent bishop c5, which is the best move. I play bishop e3. And here, for example, calculate why castles is a huge blunder. So this is a very common trick, so everyone should probably be familiar with it. Takes, attacking the queen, takes, and then take the bishop. So this is a very common trick. This is what I'm threatening. And now d6 is also a very big blunder for the exact same reason. Takes, and takes here. And after takes, I actually had one of my friends' games exactly like this. It looked like this because I taught them this opening, and it was very funny because he has the tripled pawns, and it's just not a nice position for black. Okay, so they took. I took back, knight takes, queen takes, and here I was very happy because like, okay, I have the whole center. The whole center is white's. White has the queen. They're going to castle queenside next move. And then here, my opponent's already completely losing. So they decided to do me a favor and play castles. Like, what is castles? I'm already +2 on move, 9 of the opening. I play e5, and my opponent starts shaking their head because they realize that, they should have gone d6. Knight e8, here I castle. He plays d6, and just when everything was going good, everything here was just swimmingly going by, I decided to make a huge blunder. And I can't explain it, but I will say that I did it for the fans. I did it to make the game interesting. So obviously here I'm just completely winning, and just go f4, defend the pawn. He can't do anything. Like, what does he do? He goes bishop e6, I don't know. I go like h3, g4, I go h4, I go bishop c4. I just do whatever here. I could even go like here, bishop d3, anything. It doesn't matter what I do. So just play f4, defend the pawn. Me, I was like, let's just play bishop d3, which is like very stupid. And here I just missed my opponent's move queen g5. After f4, I was only thinking, okay, if he goes queen g2, I win after here. I just calculated this is a winning. For example, here, even takes here, threatening mate. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I just assumed I was winning here, basically. I guess here the engine says I'm not even winning as much as I thought. Maybe this was even playable by my opponent. But yeah, I was just really thinking that this was dead lost. And then my opponent played here, and I was like, oh, he can do that. Because if I take his queen, he takes my queen, which is what I originally thought. I was like, okay, if he takes here, I just win his queen. He can't do that. So then here I had to take here, take. And here, I had to turn on the Magnesian effect. Because here, okay, I'm the higher rated player. And I'll be honest, I thought this position was roundabout +0.5 to +0.8. The engine says +1 to +1.5, so I completely misevaluated. But I didn't really see any advantage after bishop e6. Now here the engine tells me that after knight e4, c6, I didn't even consider c6 for a single second here. The only move I really considered was the move, like, I think I was only considering b6 with the idea to go c5. And then here the engine's like, okay, here, you can even do this. And okay, you win the pawn. Like, that's very difficult to see. So yeah, bishop e6 was the only move I was calculating. My opponent played c6, which the engine says is the best move to get the knight in the game. Here I played knight e4, another best move. My opponent played h6. I thought this was way too slow. You don't have time for this. You have to go knight c7. And then here I was only thinking about knight d6. He has to probably defend this pawn if he wants to move the bishop, so rook b8 and rook f1. And I thought that here I should probably be much better. And I was really hoping he messed up before then, because as up to late he had played like a 1500 in the opening, a 1570, 1580, but he started playing very well, so I was a little bit worried. So when I saw h6, I was very happy, because then I go bishop c4, and now this pawn is very weak. And again here I was very surprised when he didn't play here. Now this one is a little bit more understandable, because again I have here, and for example if bishop e6, I think something like this, if he takes here I can go rook d7, so maybe he should take here. And I mean I could probably still try to go for rook d7 after like takes and rook d7, something like that. So here I'd still be winning. Said he went bishop f5, which just, I didn't think this made any sense, because it gets me to play a move I wanted to play anyways. And now here his last option was, I'm attacking his pawn. He ended up playing b6. Last option was b5. And after here, okay, after knight d7, it's sort of hard to make progress. I think though he's just losing a pawn. But even this is much better than what happened in the game, because he lost a pawn and even more. So he played b6. I go knight d7, attacking the rook, and so he has to take to save his rook. And now here, if you look at his position, which pieces can move? So this pawn can't move. These pawns can move. So I'll just show you all the pieces that can't move. This can't move. This can't move. This can't move. This can 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 move. And this can move. And the king can move. Sorry, the king can't move. So all those pieces can't move. Oops, sorry. All these four pieces cannot move. That's just how unpleasant the position is. So already here, even though I didn't get much of an advantage from the opening, the Mengarini is still proven to be one of the best openings. So he plays b5. I play bishop a2. Very nice move to play. Bishop b3 I think is a mistake on account of c5 with the threat of c4. Now the engine says after here, rook c8. Okay, yada yada yada. You're still winning. But like, okay, it's kind of hard to see. This tactic, this tactic I did not see in the game. For example, if takes here, you have bishop takes here and takes. Very nice. So, yeah, okay, yeah, you can do that, but I thought bishop a2 was kind of cool, because after c5, I played rook f1. Here, again, I should have gone bishop d5 and rook f1 and look for that tactic. I missed it. After rook f1, c4, I have b3, and now he can't take, otherwise then I win. So he had to go for rook c8, and then here I'm winning a pawn by force. I go rook f4, rook c7, and here I calculated the game to a win basically, and my opponent went for it. So I took, and I went bishop c4. Now here he's paralyzed. He can't do anything. He can't move his king. He loses this pawn. Can't move the rook. He loses this pawn. Can't move the knight anywhere because it doesn't do anything. So he moves the knight here, in which I just take, trade the kings off, and yeah, I calculated this to a win beforehand, so when my opponent went for it, I was sort of like, alright, I guess I'm going to win. But yeah, take a few seconds to see if you can calculate the winning plan for white, because I think in the game I made it a lot more complicated than it needed to be. I was thinking it was more difficult than it was. It was honestly not that difficult to win, but yeah, definitely a good exercise for anyone looking to improve their endgame, so take some time to see if you can do it. So I assume you paused the video if you couldn't do it. But the first few moves are obvious. And I want you to see the plan. Like, what is white's plan? So the first few moves are going to be here. That's definitely the first move. But where's the second move? So after here, I played this here. What did you say the second move was? It's very important, because some moves could be a blunder. For example, I'm not sure you're winning after king e3. I don't really see the win. So I played king c3, thankfully. And after king d7, I played king b4. And after king c6, again, you have to be careful. It is true king a5 is winning, and after king d5, you can take here probably, and after takes, okay, you are winning the race. This is true. Now, if you calculated this, oops, sorry, not there. Oh, oops. I did not mean to do that. Sorry. e5 here. If this is what you calculated, you technically are right. And you are promoting first, and you're winning. But what's the need to make it all complicated like this? The engine says it's +6. Nobody is evaluating this +6. White's up a pawn, and both sides have queens. So yeah, I would definitely not say that was the way to go. Now the winning move, the most simple move that I saw beforehand, c4. And at this position, I stopped calculating because there's no way he can get in. And if he ever takes here, I can now move my king to b6 and push this guy. And so here, I think my opponent had missed this. So they thought for like 30 minutes and played king b6. I went c5, king c6, a4. And here the notation for the game, we were playing on a DGT board, so it's like relays the board to an online chess portal. So the games were all being displayed as chess.com while they were being played. But yeah, from here the game kind of got pretty boring. He played king d5, I played here, he took here. He played king c6, I played a5. He played g6, I played b3, he played g5. I played g4, he played here, takes, here, takes, here. He played e5, I played king c7, h5, check, king h3. And yeah, somehow I mated him, but basically you're up a queen here. So yeah, that's the end of today's video, guys. If you like the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to know more about this hyper tricky opening, check out the link in the information bar. I'll see you guys in the next video.